State air quality policy leaders are proposing a new rule to prohibit the use of some lawn care equipment that pollutes quite a bit from being used on days when our air quality is at its worst.
Fox 13 News political reporter Ben Winslow has more.
Christoph Heinrich started his lawn care company with Utah's air pollution in mind.
It's a zero-emission lawn care company, and my goal was just to reduce air pollution here in the Salt Lake Valley.
He uses battery-powered equipment and even has solar panels to charge those batteries. But he says it really isn't more expensive, nor is it more difficult to use.
There's a few things you have to sort of take into consideration. The main thing I would say is battery management. And that's also the biggest concern that maybe other companies have.
But he says that hasn't impacted his business.
And the cost is also about the same. So for the customers, there's no sacrifice or no cost or no effort. They can just switch and then they have no noise and no pollution in their yard.
The Utah Air Quality Board is proposing a new rule. It bans the use of gasoline-powered two-stroke lawn equipment on red air days along the Wasatch Front. Those are periods when our summer ozone is at its worst. It's part of the state's efforts to deal with federal environmental regulations that find Utah out of compliance when it comes to air pollution. And this lawn equipment is actually some of the most polluting there is.
So running a leaf blower, a gas-powered leaf blower for 1 hour is the equivalent of driving a modern commuter car from Ogden to Disneyland.
The proposed rule does not include lawn mowers. The state is now offering incentives up to $3,000 to convince lawn care companies to switch to electric-powered equipment.
It's open for businesses to apply to now.
The Utah Air Quality Board will take up this proposed rule next month. If they approve it, it'll go out for a period of public comment, but it wouldn't go into effect if it's passed for a few more years.
So it'll begin with institutional operators in the summer of 2024. So think state entities and higher education. It'll expand to residential operators in the summer of 2025. And then giving commercial operators the most time, we'll see a full implementation by the summer of 2026.
Heinrich says battery-powered lawn care equipment is good to use.
There's no fumes, no smoke, no pollution around me. And I don't have to handle gasoline and try to put it into those little tanks. The equipment is much quieter, obviously, so there's no problem with hearing loss. And also it's lighter, it's easy to handle, and there's less vibration.
In Salt Lake City, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News, Utah.